Liberty. CJ made this.
I remember them days I was broke, I'm the youngest in charge, now look how they froze. Had to let you go, now look how they froze. You the reason I can trust these hoes. This world is too cold, had to let you go. But I really had to let it go. My heart froze, this the life I chose, and I don't trust the soul. Had to let you go, had to let you go. But I really had to let it go. Had to let you go. But I really had to let it go. Had to let you.
I kid you not, bro. She ended up getting closer and closer. Like, it was real deal. It was like it was about to go down. Like, I was nerve-wracking. I didn't know what to do. If I would have known better in the situation, man, I would have been like, alright, YouTube. Let's get started, shall we? Before we get to the main story, let's just talk a few things first and like how we met and such. And, you know, we'll get to the basics and what go down. So it was like, well, I was in 6th grade. You're right. I was in Guntown at the time. I went to Guntown Middle School, and you know, it was a hard time for me because I was like 12 back then. You know, it wasn't that bad, but like it was just bad where I needed to get up out of there. But like I was still hanging on until that time, and then you know I just normally go to church also at that time. And this church was like in Tupelo, and you know we just me and my little brother, you know, I have a sibling, you know, his name Mac, by the way, shout out to him, love little bro, you know, he means the world to me. But also like that, we go to this church, right, and it's like they do stuff for kids as well. And then that's the first time I even met her. Let's just call her Cece, cause this is when I actually ended up dating her, and while we used to go to dates and stuff. But like she's an artist, and you know she likes to draw much, and she likes to do animations and such, like, you know, basically like me. Like, so like, you know, we was vibing. She had dyed her hair like reddish pink, and you know, it was chill. Now I also had a homeboy with me one time, and it was like a kids night for the kids, you know, watching movies and just doing such. And it wasn't bad, to be honest. Like, he was being a W mans, and he was trying to help me put me on, you know, feel me? I shout out to him though. Like, it's been a while, but you know, if he sees this video, you know, shout out to you, man. Yeah, you know, like I basically ripped her up, slided to her DMs, and you know, he just helped me get to that. So at that point, we ended up actually liking each other and such. But then our moms was intertwined with it, and you know, our moms being moms, she got us together. So basically, well, we started off dating, and then that's how we ended up being, you know, a W couple. I wouldn't lie, I felt it was my first time being in a relationship. That's my very first time, and it wasn't that bad, honestly. Like, she had vibes, like it was cool, we was straight, nothing was really wrong. I didn't consider anything wrong, and you know, everything just seemed pretty cool. You know, we was just vibing. As I think in a couple, we also deal with each other's hard times, but like comfort them in such a way. And that's what happened in our relationship as well, because we just both had like honestly, we both had some hard father figures at the time. And you know, it wasn't that bad, but like, you know, it's just some difficulties. But honestly, it wasn't that bad as before. But I did comfort her, she comforted me, we was straight, you know. I was being a W boyfriend, you feel me? Like, I wouldn't lie, like she was good on all that. She was fine, you know. I just want to make her happy as possible. I wouldn't treat my girlfriends any different. I wouldn't treat any woman any different. I'll treat them the same, love on them, comfort them, and you know, make them happy and do what's right for them. You know, it's not a big deal. But you know, and that was about it. But now it's time to get to the main story. So for this story, we was at her house, and I was just vibing there. I was eating some ice cream with chocolate inside, like actual chocolate inside. We were just vibing. So we was basically like just watching some TV, and then she apparently had some kind of idea, and then she asked me if I wanted to go in the room with her, just to like draw and do some stuff. And I said sure, not thinking much, cause it's my first time. I was 12. Like I didn't think much about it, but so we went in our room, and it was chill. We were just doing some stuff also, not much, but like drawing and such. And then we just talked, and soon eventually, we just had a few sounds in there. It was kind of awkward, not gonna lie. But then, me as being 12 and being my first time in a relationship, I end up being nervous and such, you feel me? Like, I honestly just didn't know what to do in this scenario, because, like, it was just me and her in there. Like, even our parents didn't know. My mom was, was on a date with her boyfriend. Her mom was watching the other kids. She had siblings, so, you feel me? At this point, I was just stuttering. Like, I was a little bit stuttering, but I was just blushing hard, dude. I don't even know what to say. I do not know what to say in this scenario. And I kid you not, bro. She ended up getting closer and closer. Like, it was real, dude. It was like it was about to go down. Like, I was nerve-wracking. I didn't know what to do. But if I would have known better in the situation, man, I would have been like... But then all of a sudden, thankfully, her mom came in, and then she saw us in there, and she just asked us politely to get out, because she don't really want anybody to be in this room. And then she knew the main reason why. Like, I barely even knew at the time. Like, I considered it being a little bit wrong, but like as in I didn't know what to do, or like I didn't understand fully. But I understand that it would be kind of weird just being alone together with her, because she was like 13 and I was 12. She was 1 year older than me. I forgot to mention that, by the way. But it wasn't that bad as in a relationship. But you know what? Like, it was cool and all. But then after she told us to get out the room, we got out the room politely. Like, there was no trouble in anything. She knew what her daughter been up to, but she didn't say anything. She just asked if I was alright, and I said yeah. And I don't know why she asked that question, but I don't think it wasn't like meant like intentionally on if she do anything bad, but like But then that's basically about it. She was blushing, I was blushing, her mom was exhausted, and I was just basically mentally unstable a little bit, because my first time and I didn't even know what to do. And if her mom didn't come in at that time, I think something was gonna go down. But honestly, that's just me though. But then that's the end of the story for now.
CJ made this.